Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today I've got a double Seiko unboxing. Now I've bought two Seiko watches for two different reasons and I'll explain those as I go, but this is going to be a live unboxing. I have checked the watches are in the boxes but I haven't opened them at all yet. So let's see how we go. First of all, I'm going to start with the smaller of the two. Now, interestingly, the watch boxes are quite different, even though these are similar models. So in the small box, we've got a nice little outer sleeve. We've got this dots pattern and quite a compact, surprisingly small box actually for this Seiko. And this is the black dial SKX 007 on the rubber strap. And this is the J version, so the made in Japan version. So in here we've got my warranty card. You can see I bought it at City Moments in Dubai on the 19th of April. And let's have a look inside. So we get a polythene bag with the watch. I'll just check what else is in the box first though. We have the owner's manual. I assume this will just tell you basics about how to set the watch and so on. And bear in mind, I'm in Dubai, so these are Arabic versions as well. So I'm expecting the date to have an Arabic day wheel on it. So let's have a look. So there we have the Seiko. Now, first impressions, I'm actually really impressed with how this watch looks. Super high polish, nice quality. Yeah, I'm pretty cool with that. Let's have a look. Quite a nice bezel feel as well. I have tried these before. It's quite a soft, fairly loose. I was expecting it to be a little tighter than this actually, but quite a nice bezel feel. And let's see, does it line up? Let's try that again, all the way back to the top. Let's zoom in so we can see it a bit clearer. The key thing to look at here, from what I've understood, is though the top appears to be fairly well lined up, is the bottom, and you can see it's off to the left where the 6 o'clock marker just above the 30 there should be bang on central. It isn't, but I was kind of expecting that anyway from Seiko, even though it's a Japanese made one. But generally I am really quite impressed with this. So let's take the back off. Nice to see it has all of the, let's just pop it off this actually and zoom back out. Nice to see it has all of the sort of paper kind of label. I guess this is for presentation in the shops, and it is the made in Japan version. Perhaps the Korean ones or wherever they're made, the Malaysian made ones don't always have that. So I will actually be selling this watch almost instantly because this is part of my Seiko to Rolex buy and sell sort of trade up challenge, which you'll find on my channel. So I'm not going to take everything off this watch and unbox it completely for that reason. I might do a proper review of it. I'll have a think about that. But if I can sell it on for a profit straight away, then that's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, I'm quite impressed. The crystal looks good as well. Let's just give it, oh actually I was going to say give it a wind, but we need to give it one of these instead, because of course these watches are automatic but not hand winding. And you can see, let's have a look at this date. So it is a screw down crown, pops out straight away. Let's move the hands out of the way a bit. Actually, let's wind it so the date changes. First position, dates change there, and we do have English and Arabic, which may actually mean this watch is perhaps slightly more interesting than some other offerings, so that's quite cool. see if, oh, it's a bit hard to wind back in with those crown guards, but yes, there we go. That is my first Seiko delivery of the day, and that is the 007 SKX 007 J1. Yes, nice first impressions. I am quite happy with that. I paid $245 for this. I'm hoping to sell it for closer to 300 or even over 300, so wish me luck with that one. So I'll put this off to the side for a minute. Let's have a look at the other package. Now this one is, I'm hoping to actually do something completely different with this, and I'll explain in a minute. So we've got a thicker owner's manual, and we've got a proper card sleeve in here, again stamped by the same seller. Now this watch was under $200, $190 I think I paid for this, even though it is technically better than the watch I just showed you, and this is the new Seiko 5 Sport. The reference escapes me, but I'll make sure it's in the title. So there we go. This is the green dial variant of the new Seiko 5 Sport line, which is the sort of successor to the SKX actually. So again, similar kind of packaging, slightly bigger box this time. This one I'm happy to peel all the stickers and everything off because I am intending to keep this one for the time being. So quite decent sort of cushion there. So the thing I was very keen to see on this watch was that dial, and it is really, really nice actually in person. Let's take all these tags and things off. So, oh, there's a reference. It's the SRPD 61K1. So this isn't made in Japan, but I don't believe there are currently any of these models that are made in Japan. Let's have a look at the bezel action. Much tighter, and actually that feels better quality than the one I just tried, the SKX. I don't know if that is a common trait or not with these new models. Maybe they're a bit better. And actually looking at it, looking straight down at it, it is better lined up as well. As you can see, the key thing to look for is that 6 o'clock marker on the chapter ring, and it does line up to 30 really nicely. Again, Arab dial, which is quite cool too. And I went for the one with the sort of gold, not the gold, the silver applied indices rather than the gold. I believe there is a gold applied version as well, with the gold hands and so on. But for what I want to do with this watch, which is actually modify it, I wanted to stick with the simpler dial because there's a type of bezel I'm going to add on, which I'll be showing you in another upcoming video. Now let's have a look at the rest of it, and I'm especially interested by this bracelet because I know typically Seiko bracelets are terrible. I'm being a bit rough here trying to get it open for you guys. So interestingly, they've used paper there to cover some parts. Let's have a look how this comes out. So yeah, the paper backing there, which is a bit odd. I've not seen that before. Get rid of all this plastic. I think that's all gone. Now the other thing I really liked about this one compared to the SKX is let's see if I can get it in a better position, is the exhibition case back. I love these things, and as long as the watch has got like 100 meters water resistance, I would always choose this over a standard case back. So I am quite pleased with that. That looks good. And to be honest, the bracelet initially does not feel half as bad as I was expecting. It is a bit floppy, and we have hollow end links there, but still, let's see how it is on wrist. Now I've got quite large wrists here, so I probably will need to resize it. As you can see straight away, pretty cool. Just need a bit of adjustment, but not too much. So yes, there we have it. So that is my two Seikos. So as I said before, I've got two different sets of plans for these. I will be doing a thorough review of this one once I've worn it for a while, because I like to always test out my watches properly before reviewing them. The one on the right, of course, is the original, and this is the new version. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. I could actually keep this older one and modify that instead, but I am also in the middle of this Seiko to Rolex challenge I've set myself, so I'm keen to have a go there. So those are the two watches. Whoops, almost dropped one. Those are the two watches I've received today, and I'm quite excited to have a go with them. Remember, this one's getting modified, this one's getting sold, so wish me luck with both. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, because I will be sharing more updates on both these watches very soon.